What's going on, guys? Eric Allen, owner of Top Rated MMA. Hey, for this episode, I got to talk to Austin Sherlock, who has a podcast called the Concussion Discussion. It's awesome. He just had Jon Fitch on his show, just recorded episode 5. Be sure to follow his show. Thank you to this Army vet for being on my show today. Got to check it out. It was awesome. Well, hey, dude, thank you so much for joining the Top Rated MMA show today. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, brother. This is a big deal for me.
Yeah, well, you have a show called the Concussion Discussion. Tell me about the show, dude.
So, how the show started was I've been writing for a while, and I got really into wanting to get more into fight breakdowns. And you can really only do so much in a fight breakdown in words before you kind of start to diminish, what's happening in the fight.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, writing takes a long time, and I still love to write. But I said, I called my brother and I said, hey, you're an audio production major. Here's what I want to do. If you make me just the monkey behind the microphone and you do the rest of the work for me, I want to get this thing started. So, basically, it's just me talking all things MMA. It's nothing out of the ordinary that already exists. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel with the show.
Sure. Just
talk about what's going on in the MMA world, make fight predictions, which it seems like everyone hates to do nowadays, which I get it. So if you're friends with these guys and you know them, I get it. It sucks. But
Sure.
Fight predictions, previews, recaps, you name it. Got some guests on the show. Had Jon Fitch on last week.
Yeah.
So, and just trying to have fun with it.
That was a great show. How do you think he lines up against Daly?
Whew, that's going to be a fun fight, man.
Yeah.
Interviewing Fitch, I'll definitely say that I'm more of a fan than I was before of Jon Fitch, which really says something.
Sure.
But, I kind of slept on John Daly when he fought Lorenz Larkin.
Yeah.
I thought Lorenz would handle him, to be honest, and that didn't happen.
Sure.
So it'll be a fun fight, but obviously, stylistically, that is John's fight. That's everything he could ask for, Paul doesn't wrestle. John is, that's his bread and butter. So we'll see, but it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, also, I also want to say thank you for your service, dude. Really appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I like we've talked before. I see on your social media, you're a huge advocate. So we appreciate it, man. All of us do.
Absolutely. And you are by far the most Jedi of MMA fantasy guys that I've ever talked to, man. Are you playing in a league, or are you on DraftKings, or do any of those websites?
That's cool that you pay attention to that. I appreciate it. No, man, I don't. I used to bet, and I was making some money, but I found that as much as I love the sport and as much as I wanted to be a fan, it was hard to be a fan when you've got 40, 50, up to $100 on the fight, Yeah. So now that's one of the things I want to do for the podcast. Let the listeners take my work, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been playing UFC Fantasy since forever. They actually took it away for a few years, and then they brought it back. And back in the day, they used to make you pick. It wasn't just a ending in TKO or submission. It was like you had to lock it in with an armbar, or was it going to end with a choke, or crazy detail, even down to the second. I usually rank on the UFC Fantasy leagues the last 3 years in the top 500. I don't know how many players they have, probably 15, 20,000 players, something like that. But yeah, dude, I'll send you a link for my league, dude. We'd love to have you jump on that league, man.
Let's do it. That's awesome.
It's free, and it's just fun to earn gamification awards, right? So, but it's fun. I think there's 4 or 5 other guys in my league, but it's a fun little competition we got going on.
Hell, let's do it. That sounds awesome.
What are your thoughts on Nick Newell being on the Contender Series?
I love it. So I actually spoke about this on one of the episodes, and I understand from the UFC standpoint why they didn't want to do it, because it's a liability, right?
Yeah.
It's a liability on the company, and it's a liability on the state commission. It's a liability on the company in 2 different ways, to where the casual fan is going to say, why is this guy with 1.5 arms going in there and fighting, right?
Yeah.
And then also a liability. What happens if they put him against a top 15 guy and Nick Newell wins? And it's like, oh my gosh, they kind of look silly. The UFC kind of looks silly.
Yeah, yeah.
But on the Contender Series, I think that's probably the best way to do it, if I'm being honest. I think that's the best way to, instead of just showing them on FS1 or a Fox card or an undercard on a pay-per-view, I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yep, absolutely. And me being a Grunt Style ambassador, I love that they're one of the sponsors for that night, so I love seeing their logo in the cage there. So,
I noticed that their logo started popping up, and I was like, I'm more excited to watch UFC, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah. They've grown huge, man. I've been one of their ambassadors for a little over 2 years now, man, and I was one of the first guys in the program, and it's been awesome to see the growth of that company. I actually had Daniel Alaric, the CEO of Grunt Style, on my show early on, probably on episode maybe 10 or 12, something like that. So
awesome.
Really, really cool dude. I was going to ask, you've been watching the Tough season with DC and Stipe. Do you have any early predictions of who's going to win the show?
DC, I think he's a better coach. He's also got Kanan, who's a stud coach, and he's just got that whole AKA squad in there. You know, so as far as the show, it's way too early to tell. Dude that fought last night, cannot remember his name. He looked good. I liked him, but too early to tell.
Sure,
absolutely.
The show. So I live up in North Idaho, probably 100 miles from Canada, up in Coeur d'Alene, and there's a guy out of Idaho down in Boise, Ricky Steele, that's on the show, and really excited to see that guy, man, on the show. Hopefully he does well, and man, it would be great to. He's really great as a fighter, so hopefully he'll do well on the show, and hopefully get signed to a contract. We'll see.
It's always good to see those local guys do well. Like Corey Anderson, for example, he grew up in the town right next to me.
Oh, nice. So, okay.
Yeah. So I can't ever pick against the guy. Same with you. Any local guys is, you see him get a name for himself, and they're on TV, and it's like, holy crap, I knew that guy. I know that guy. It's
right.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, dude. Well, hey, want to do some rapid fire questions?
Let's do it. I like it. Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Should the UFC release Conor McGregor?
No. 2-star. He brings in too much money.
Yeah. Favorite kind of music or band?
Oh, favorite band, Stevie Ray Vaughan. So for favorite kind of music, I think you can do all the other guesswork.
Yeah. Nice. Nunes or Pennington?
Nunes.
Holly Holm or Megan Anderson?
Megan Anderson.
Yeah, dude, she's got to reach, man. Holly's on this 1-4 streak, man. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. I like Megan Anderson in it as well. Who is, or do you have a favorite fighter?
DC.
Okay, perfect. Who's the most annoying fighter for you?
Tony Ferguson.
Nice. It's a toss-up between Tony Ferguson, Colby Covington, and Conor McGregor. Sorry, yeah. But those are the top three most annoying fighters in the UFC for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Hey man, I also wanted to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your show, fans, support, whatever you want, man. And again, I'll put all of the links to your show and all of your social media handles so folks can get a hold of you and follow you on there too. Okay,
so on Instagram it's the Concussion Discussion. There I just kind of post updates to the podcast when new episodes are coming out, which my producer should be dropping a new episode as we speak right now.
Nice.
And then I post some funny stuff on there as well, so hopefully the fans appreciate that. And then it's Concussion Discussion with Austin Sherlock on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, a few other ones, but those are the three main ones, so we're trying to get it out to everyone. And then aside from that, man, when I do UFC 225 preview, I'd love to have you on if you're down.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, let me know when, and we'll make it happen.
Awesome, brother.
Okay. Hey, Austin, thanks for your time, dude. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you for watching the show today. Really appreciate it. Please subscribe to our channel, follow, like us on social media, and check out our website. Appreciate all the support.